Most entrepreneurs and business owners are wasting thousands of dollars on their marketing because they do not understand this one core principle of effective and profitable marketing. I'm going to break it down for you in today's video. No fluff, straight to the point. Let's go ahead and draw it out upstairs in the studio. So the huge mistake that I was making in the beginning of my marketing journey and growing these businesses was looking out at other people's marketing and comparing myself, seeing them excelling, their sales funnels were working, their traffic strategies were working, they were leaders in our industry, and if I tried to copy them, it wasn't working. My marketing absolutely sucked and I didn't know what was going wrong. And I started to figure it out, and I want to share this with you because it's really going to help. You know, we've used this illustration before and I'm going to use it again. Let's say we've got, an iceberg, yeah, and we can see the tip of the iceberg and that is what is visible to us. Well, of course, as we know, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on underneath the surface, and that same principle is true for marketing and for business. When we compare ourselves to other people in the industry, when we look at other people's sales funnels and we look at other people's traffic strategies and we look at other people's videos that they're posting online, we start to try to piece it all together and say, okay, this must be the way that it's done, but we're only seeing this. We're not seeing everything else that makes up a profitable and effective marketing campaign underneath. In fact, what we're seeing accounts for about 20%. Perhaps you've heard of the 80-20 rule. Well, the 20% is what we're seeing up here. The 80% is the stuff that's actually making a difference, but is much harder for us to see and to figure out what is working. By the way, if you're enjoying this content so far, do me a favor, hit the like button on this video. It's right there, it's real simple. Just go ahead and press that button. It really helps me, helps the channel, and shows us that you're enjoying this content. There is one main strategy that makes this tick and make it work really well inside your marketing. I'm going to get to that towards the end of this video, but first we've got to set a little bit more context and a bit more groundwork here. Let's say you've got Billy Bob over here, and Billy Bob is your potential client, right? He's a prospect, and you're wanting to turn him from a stranger to a paying client or customer over here. There is a journey and a process to take him from here to here. Now, if we break this up, these are the different components of a marketing campaign. So the first, if we draw a little dashed line down here, are the ads. Now we'll talk about ads because for us, paid advertising has been the easiest way to drive traffic. It's the fastest, most powerful, most scalable, most targeted. But of course, this could relate to any traffic effort that you're putting in. So we've got the ads first. Next, we got the funnel, okay? Once we drive some traffic, then we've got to take people into a sales funnel where hopefully we can convert those visitors into leads and then of course get them much closer to a sale. And the final piece is the sales, right? Once we've got someone ready to become a client, or at least much closer through all of the information they've received in our funnel, maybe they'll be interested in booking a call with you and perhaps talking about becoming a client. So we've got the sales process there as well. Here's a huge mistake, and listen up and pay attention because this is massive. The big mistake that people are making is they compartmentalize these different parts of a marketing campaign and work on them and treat them as separate entities, and it's a big issue, right? Let's just talk about traffic to start, right? We don't think about the funnel that we're sending that traffic to. We don't think about the sales process. We don't think about the offer that is being sold. We just focus on how do I get more traffic? Irrespective of the sales funnel I'm using, how can I get more traffic, the cheapest traffic, what's the best traffic source online? That's a big problem for a reason I'm going to share with you in just a moment. But firstly, if you want to learn how to do this effectively and properly, I have a free resource for you. It's called Unstoppable YouTube Ad Targeting, and it's absolutely awesome. This is going to show you how we've run millions of dollars worth of YouTube advertisements and returned over $10 million as a result. This is the closest thing to you being able to just press a few buttons and make sure that your targeting is as it should be. You should definitely check that out. There's a link in the description box and the top comment. And that resource will really help you, but even using that, if you compartmentalize this and don't realize that these two have to work together, then your traffic is not going to work because these different elements absolutely have to work together. You have to make sure that you're running traffic to a certain type of person with a certain message that is set up perfectly for this particular funnel. Meaning, if I was to switch out this funnel for another one, I would probably do my advertising very differently. I'd be saying different things, I'd be targeting different people, and the same is true for a different ad platform. If I was trying a different ad platform, I might make some tweaks to my sales funnel depending on the type of traffic we're running. I think you're starting to get this now. These two things absolutely work together, and the same is true for the final part of sales. We can often completely compartmentalize this part, and we're just getting people booking phone calls with us, and we're focusing on, I've got to have the magic script. I've got to make sure I say the right things on the phone and I either close or I don't. I'm getting too many people saying no, I must be doing something wrong on the phone. And so you just get stuck in this trap of trying to close better on the phone, not getting anywhere, hitting your head against a wall. And it's because this stuff wasn't set up correctly. What if, humor me for a second, what if your sales ability was actually not that bad, but what if you were just getting the wrong people coming in? What if Billy Bob over here wasn't actually your dream client? But he came through, somehow clicked through, ended up on the phone with you, and gave you a no at the end to not become a client, but he should never have been on the phone with you in the first place. He was not your dream client. If we can set this up perfectly, if we can target the right people at the right time with the right message who are dream clients for us, and they come through into our funnel, that is a seamless process for them to learn about you and what you do and have you provide some value to them, then they book a phone call. At that point, the resistance level is much lower and there's a greater chance of that person saying yes. We've got other videos on the channel here where we talk about sales, and a big part of this process is actually getting the right people on the phone. If you've got higher quality, more targeted people on the phone, you don't even have to have a great sales ability. You'll be able to get some yeses on the phone. You'll have people throwing their credit cards at you down the phone line to become a client just because your marketing was so good you attracted the right people. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there was one thing that you could do that would really help. There is one main strategy that makes this tick and make it work really, really well inside your marketing. I'm going to get to that towards the end of this video. Really help that 80% underneath the iceberg, and it's this. It is getting your headline right, okay? The headline that is going on that first page in your sales funnel. If you craft that thing right, and if you focus on making sure it's saying the right things to pull in the attention of the right people and repel the attention of the wrong people, you'll have the right people clicking through and coming into your sales process. And again, you'll be repelling the wrong people, which is ultimately getting rid of the wrong people who might have ended up on the phone with you. Hopefully you found today's training helpful. Don't forget to grab my free resource, Unstoppable YouTube Ad Targeting, if you want to make sure you're getting the right traffic into your funnel that's actually going to turn from stranger into client. In fact, if you want to learn more about my YouTube ad process, check out this video right here. Between that video and this resource, you will be unstoppable. I'll see you over there.